sitting here watching so many people and reading the program of so many inductees over the years, over 200 including the teams, so forth, it brings back memories for an old guy who in 1977 was named the athletic director, and one of the first things we thought was important was to get a Hall of Fame. And so we worked 2 years with a committee from all over, from all sections of the university, everywhere, and we finally came and inducted our first class in 1979. And well over 200 inductees, their families, their friends, their teammates have enjoyed this. And I really think it's really a wonderful thing that you have kept going here, Jim, and done such a great job with. Not long after we started, St. Lawrence and Clarkson and Canton and then high schools have. So I think they must think it's a great idea too. And it's a wonderful thing to make so many people honored and happy. And I'm sure we'll continue on forever. Okay? I'd like to congratulate Ryan and Jody too for their induction today. I'd like to thank Dave Brett, Tom Eggleston, Jerry Marks, Ted Bentz, Mike Dean, and the others who have worked so hard to nominate and have Tom Hutchinson elected today. He's certainly worthy of it, and I want to thank those guys for everything they've done on it. When I recruited Hutch, it was Thanksgiving Friday in 1971. And he played at St. Pat's in Syracuse, St. Patrick's High School, and they were playing a home game against a rival, Sacred Heart. Our son Tim was 11 at the time, and he came down with it. We was off from school, of course, for Thanksgiving, and he came down. We recruited him. We stayed overnight, so forth. And I hadn't seen Tom play before, but I had been to the school to recruit him with his guidance counselor and principals and so forth. And I thought he was really a good player. And the only thing I thought was about his shot, maybe. We've got to work on his shot, because the gym they played in, I think the ceiling was no higher than 15 feet. And obviously, if you didn't shoot a flat shot, you had no chance. So, but he did. And his first year, after coming to Potsdam, 72-73, we went down to his hometown and played Lemoyne College. And they were a very, very good team. It was Coach Nyland's last year of coaching. And Tom started, a freshman starter in our team. Ted Bentz and Mike Dean and Tom Eggleston were all right there with him. And we beat Lemoyne by, I think, about 23 points or something. And the next day in the Post-Standard, it had a story, of course, about the game. And then it had Neil Kerr, who wrote for the Post-Standard, wrote a story, and he said, and Tom Hutchinson, a freshman from Potsdam from St. Pat's, and last year's graduate of St. Pat's in Syracuse, played a great game, 10 points and 10 rebounds, etc., etc. And his high school coach, Bob Hayes, sat up in the stands, proud as a peacock. And Bob is here today. Bob is one of the best coaches ever around Syracuse or anywhere, and he was an inspiration to Hutch and so many others. Bob, would you stand up a second, please? Was Hutch one of the best shooters and scorers at Potsdam? No. Of course, that was hard because Aggie didn't get him the ball enough, but that's all right. Was he one of the best defensive and rebounders? Yes. Was he one of the hardest workers? Absolutely. But most important, he was one of the best teammates, best leaders, and most valuable players to ever wear a Potsdam Bear uniform. His junior year, he had started all 4 years. His junior year, he broke his foot early in the season, before the first game actually, and he couldn't play the rest of the year. And we didn't have a great year because Hutch was our big inside player that year and really good. And so in 1976-77, his final year, he decided to come back and get some grad studies and play his final year. And that year we won the SUNYAC championship. We won 2 in-season tournaments. We won the ECAC championship in Utica against Hamilton College. And that season there jump-started our success for the future. It really did. The program, because of that year, I think we won able to win many more SUNYAC championships, regional championships, in-season championships, and national championships because of that one season. And I really believe that. And this 1976-77 success would not have been possible if Tom hadn't agreed to come and play again, because he was the leader on the court, off the court, and everywhere with the team, and obviously an extremely important player on the court with the team. Hutch was a very conscientious and successful academic student as well as an athlete, and really was a model student athlete and leader. He was an inspiration for others at the college just by the way he conducted himself, the way he studied, and the way he played. And it was a problem in a sense, but I think about 70% of the gals on campus were trying to get him to date him. But Nancy, I want you to know for sure he didn't pay any attention. He strictly stayed to his academics and basketball. It's really a pleasure to be here. And Hutch, your coaches, Stan Cohen, Steve Kamak, and myself, your teammates, and are all very proud of you, what you've accomplished here and what you've accomplished in your life since leaving here. You're really an inspiration to everybody. Come up here, please.
Thank you.
Hutch, if you want to stand over to this side.
You got it, Hutch?
Yep.
Got it.
Hutch in the center, maybe? We'll do it this way.
Okay. Iggy wants one.
Nice guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Craig.
I'll take it back for you.
Thanks, Coach Welsh, and thanks also to the Potsdam College Sports Hall of Fame. Thank you, Dr. Zalaka, for
Not
putting.
doctor, but thank you very much.
Oh, Jim, Jay-Z, for and your staff for putting together such a great day. And it's often the people working behind the scenes that make such events special. And I really appreciate the work people put into this. I also want to thank the nomination committee, plus those folks that were my teammates, coaches, that Coach Wells alluded to, Tom Eggleston, Ted Bentz, Jerry Marks, Mike Dean, Fran Demian, Jack Pacetta, who worked very tirelessly to allow this day to come to fruition. Congratulations, Ryan and Jody. Really great to hear you talk. I'm looking forward to your remarks as well. When I was notified, I was a bit surprised. This was not a foregone conclusion in terms of this event. So it brought back a rush of memories. And as you know, there's like 40 or so years of memories. And it was just really, really gratifying to get the word. And I very quickly became very excited about coming back here to Potsdam, which is such a special place, and coming back here to see the people with whom I participated in sports and academics and general campus life. Just became really excited over the years to be here. Now, there are many people in this room that really made what's happening for me happen, and especially the coaches. So Coach Welsh is a legend, and for those who don't know that, he is just a special guy. And Coach sets high expectations. I knew from minute one and day one that he wanted this program to be one that everybody associated with Potsdam could be proud of, that would be known not only in the North Country, not only in the state of New York, not only in the region, but in the nation. The magic of thinking big. Coach Welsh was amazing. And that, I think that you set expectations high, and that's the only chance you ever have of fulfilling them. So thank you for that. Potsdam basketball really was all about hard work, overcoming adversity, attention to detail. It was about excellence, and it was ultimately about relationships and family. And that was just an environment that I felt so lucky to be a part of, and so lucky to be a part of for so many years. Coach Welsh was a great teacher, and he had really great ways of conveying information to the players. Lots of acronyms, lots of buzz phrases. For those who know basketball, there's things like ball you man. There's things like the 3 Ps of attacking a zone. There's things like the triple threat position that we just learned very well from him. But, he didn't end there. Creative metaphors galore. Coach Welsh would let us know that you can't put the kitchen sink in without the foundation. He let us our big man knows that you had to put a roof on it. You put a roof on it. And that it was really important to dig down deep in your guts to make things work. So, we're talking about knowledge, we're talking about commitment, and we're talking about passion. This is a guy who brought it every day, who he himself improved every day, and that was the expectation we had as well. So thank you again. The life lessons I learned from you are just incredible. So thanks, Coach. Another coach, Coach Hayes, is here. I was lucky to play at St. Pat's in Syracuse, and Coach had a way of making a fairly complex game understandable and fun. It didn't seem like a whole bunch of work. And so I think high school coaches, that's kind of their influence and power is kind of underestimated. So again, life lessons from Coach Hayes include the value of leadership, the value of volunteering for the tough assignments, the value of dedication to the team, and the value of fair play. Those are the kind of lessons learned from Coach Hayes. So thank you. You've been a positive influence throughout my life. I really appreciate you being here today. We're talking about over 40 years. And so that's a level of commitment and caring that is just incredible. So thank you. I only have about 8 or 9 more pages here. Not really. But, I wouldn't be here today if it weren't for teammates. And so when I kind of had 2 phases. One was with Ted Bentz. Ted was probably one of the best finishers around the basket that Potsdam College has ever seen. He was a genuinely supportive teammate. And I think, he was kind of easygoing and kind of relaxed in some ways. But I think another underestimation is the fire he had for the game, for Potsdam, and for doing well. So thank you, Ted, for being here. Mike Dean, a consensus All-American, extremely skilled, extremely well-focused, and always willing to tell you where to go, one way or the other. And, as a freshman, coach number 2, as a freshman coming in, that was very, very helpful. Very, very helpful to be among those 2 strong leaders. Jerry Marks is here. Jerry, thank you for being here. When I visited, Jerry showed me around, and we did a few things. And not that Jerry kind of remembers it today, but most of us don't remember some of the things from back then. But Jerry, among all of us who hated to lose, Jerry hated to lose more than anybody else. And Jerry was a guy who, in drills and practice, you couldn't beat him in suicides. Well, I couldn't. Maybe Eggie could, but I certainly couldn't. And Jerry left it on the court every game, every practice, and what a model he's been. And, of course, we have Tom Eggleston, who Tom, John Woods, and myself, I think, who came in at the same time, along with some other recruits. Tom, just an exceptional player. We focused on defense. Extremely quick. He could probably do well today. And a very skilled player with a personality to match. So thanks, Tom, for all you've contributed to my success in working on this induction, if you will. There is kind of another second phase where there's players like Fran Demian, Jack Bassetta, Paul Hardy, Ray Lipscomb, players that were just really skilled, and I was able to help and kind of lead with their success. And it was always special for players from Syracuse. So, it's your hometown, and we had a lot of players come from Syracuse. Guys like Bobby Ulrich, Pat Donnelly, I know I'm going to leave some out, Mike O'Grady, players that came, Jack Bassetta, who comes from your hometown, and it's just special and really fun to be able to play with those folks as well. So teammates are the reason I'm standing here today, and I really appreciate that. And there's something about the bond that happens that you can come back after years and years and pick up just like that. So it's been great to be here at this event. How am I doing?
You're doing great.
Doing all right?
No,
a few more minutes?
Yeah.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Pages off your hand, though.
Yeah, here you go. A smart guy once has said to me once, context is everything. And so my parents have passed away, but my parents really gave me and our family values around consideration for others, values around following through with your word, commitment, fair, all those kind of values were conveyed through my parents. I have to mention my brothers. We were very close in age, and growing up was about sports, and we all kept score. So that was very helpful. Coach Hayes can comment on that. It was not always so pleasant. It's also about this university. It's about the support that we all felt throughout this community. And I really have to allude and mention the wrestling program. The wrestling program is extremely successful. The swimming program was also extremely successful. And how many days we trudged across in the cold, sat in this dining hall, and ate together. And that really meant a lot. We had this feeling and this spirit going on of hard work, success, support for each other. And you also have friendships. Guys like Tony Vitale, who started in the wrestling program, and we were roommates. Dan Rowett, our freshman year roommate, first time walking in. Danny, thank you for your support over the years. It's been fantastic. Great friends. Tony Malero, really appreciate your friendship and your support over the years. There's folks I haven't mentioned here, but coaches, Coach K-Mac, Dave Britt was with us early on and continues to support Potsdam. And one of the things I've been impressed with is the dedication of the staff then and now to this institution. It is amazing. It is what makes Potsdam special. And Potsdam is a special and unique place. It really has been a place where opportunities are offered to people and dreams are able to be fulfilled. It's a place of lifelong friendships. It's a place of life lessons learned and carried out through life. So I really appreciate having been here, really appreciate the opportunity to be here with you today, and really appreciate the opportunity to be inducted into the Sports Hall of Fame. So thank you so much, and thank you for this opportunity.